Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Boss Babe Business Show. I'm your host, Katan, and I just realized I have one earring on. So let me put the other one on, and then we'll start the show. oh, oh goodness, what a day! Happy Thursday, everyone. I hope that you're doing well. I hope you're doing better than my earring that I've neglected. But thank you for joining us on the Boss Babe Business Show. My earrings are actually coming from Bling with Shell. They're very beautiful, bold. My lipstick is coming from Carlita Cosmetics. And my hairstyle is coming from elitehair.net. So shout out to all the wonderful small businesses that are in our directory. Today, we are going to be interviewing a wonderful professional who's also a certified life coach listed in our directory. And we're going to be sharing some free resources, the service of the night, the freebie of the night, the contest of the night, as well as the upcoming events of the night. So we got a lot going on. If you are a directory member, feel free to let us know in the chat that you're here so I can shout you out. If you're not a directory member, but you're an entrepreneur, feel free to let us know that you are here and what state you're based out of in the public chat. Let everybody know what state you're based out of, what services you provide, and that way we can connect with one another. And if you decide to introduce yourself, I'll shout out your intros as we go through the show. Now, let me just take one moment to share this live on our platforms because I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to join and tap in. So just give me 1 second. All right. And we're going to briefly go ahead and start shouting out these sponsors. We have some event sponsors that I want to shout out and say thank you to. Everyone who has sponsored the Boss Babe Business Show. So we're going to go ahead and start with our first sponsor, which is Charlie Shops. She is a wonderful directory member that provides custom gift baskets, but she also is an extreme Boss Babe blog super supporter, and I truly appreciate her. So thank you, Charlie. Thank you for sponsoring. Thank you for being a member of our directory, and thank you for all of your support and your quality that you bring to our community. If you would like to order custom gift baskets for holidays, birthdays, parties, couples, anything special, you want to check out Charlie Shops. You're going to text 757-842-0556, and you're going to tell them what kind of basket you would like created. Tell them what your style is. Tell them what your favorite colors are. Even tell them what your favorite items are. Do you like candles? Do you like bath bombs? I was going to say bug bombs. Bath bombs. Do you like snacks and treats, which you may have a little bit limited of the snacks and treats, but you can possibly get that. Is it for you? Is it for someone else? Those are the questions that you want to answer automatically for Charlie Shops. Thank you so much, Charlie Shops. We appreciate your sponsorship, and we appreciate you being a member of our directory. All right. The next directory member that we're shouting out is elitehair.net, DFW Texas hair braider with over 20 plus years of experience. So she actually does hair braids as well as crochet styles. The hairstyle that I'm wearing today, let me take it off the screen, is coming from elitehair.net, and I've worn this for maybe around a month or a little bit over a month, but I'm also very rugged on my hairstyles. I try to put my bonnet on as much as I can, but sometimes I just be tired and I just jump on in there. So it probably could have been maintained a lot better. But it still lasted for a very long time with the level of maintenance that I was putting into it. So shout out to elitehair.net. The next brand that has sponsored our show and is also listed in our directory is travelwithmj.net. We do the heavy lifting so you can travel light. So travelmj.net is a brand that is owned by Miriam Jackson, who happens to be a professional travel advisor as well as travel agent, but she prefers travel advisor because she's not just giving you the prices and leaving you. She's assisting you with what might be the best fit for you, what vacation deals will be the best for you. And if you go to her website and tap into her network, you're going to find tons of travel resources and events that are going on. All right, let's see what's next. The next one that we're going to talk about is going to be Bling with Shell. So, don't forget to screenshot these. Bling with Shell is another wonderful business that is verified and listed in our directory. They're also responsible for my beautiful bold earrings. If you love these earrings or you love this style, you can go to paparazziaccessories.com/bling with Shell, or you can screenshot this and use this QR code to go shop with them. They're also listed in our directory, so you can just go to bossbabeblog.com and click on shop, and you will see a section dedicated to accessories or fashion, and that's where Bling with Shell will be as well. Shelly is awesome. She's a sponsor of the Boss Babe Business Show. She is a three-time directory member, three business directory member. She has three brands in our directory. She's an Avon consultant, paparazzi bling consultant, and she has Tupperware. She's also a sponsor of Soft Girl Sunday and has provided complimentary Tupperware and jewelry so that we can have some fun and people can pay with a picture for some stylish accessories and jewelry. Shout out to Shelly. Really appreciate her. And thank you for being a member of our directory. The next sponsor that we're shouting out is MJ's Tees and Custom Designs, owned by Miriam Jackson. So again, this founder happens to have four businesses listed in our directory, four, and she's awesome. So if you're looking for custom items, you can go to MJ's Tees and Custom Designs.com, or you can text 229-234-2741. Check them out and see what solutions you can receive. And I'll just leave that up there so that you can screenshot that if you're needing custom items. I highly recommend taking a look at her website. And here is some of her previous work. That is her breast cancer shirt she has. If you use the coupon code MJ, and it will take 20% off of your order on her website. She also has a domestic violence shirt, domestic violence awareness shirt. And it says break the silence. It's purple, really beautiful purple color with some butterflies on it. And you can also use that coupon code to receive 20% off. So take a look at them, try them out. I'll leave that on the screen for a moment while I prepare to add a picture of some of the new products and services that we now have available. So just give me one moment. And if you guys love the colors, are enjoying the items, make sure that you go check out her website, MJ's Tees and Custom Designs.com. All right. The next wonderful sponsor that we are going to be shouting out is also a verified member of our directory, and that is JC Fashion Finds Boutique. Now, this boutique has a new website domain. So I'm going to give you guys just an updated flyer of where you can text them if you would like to be a part of their $1 sale. And when I say be a part, I mean take advantage of these amazing sales and deals. Give me one moment. I'm going to show off one or two items from that sale, and then I'm going to drop their text information so that you can reach out to them directly. Okay. So here we have it. JC Fashion Finds Boutique. Oh, give me a moment. There we go. So they have a $1 sale going on right now. Everything on the website is $1. Flat rate is $15 shipping, no matter how many items you purchase. So if you purchase 20 items, that's $20 for each item altogether. That's $20, and then $15 shipping, so $35. So it's really a steal, and they have some pretty cool items on their website right now. So there's the number you can text. Everything on the website, $1, and I will show off a few selections in just one moment. Just give me a moment, and then I'll bring that up on the screen. They also have a special program called the JC Change Program, where they're giving away free work clothes to women in need. So if you donate $5 to their program, you will automatically gain access to their community where you can go and post your products or services that are all about boosting women's confidence. So they're allowing you to advertise in their community of about, I think, 40 plus members, and it's continuing to grow. But by donating $5, you're automatically giving back to this program where they're able to give away free work clothes to women in need, as well as entrepreneurial women that maybe want to invest in their wardrobe on a deeper level, but don't have that funding just yet. Right now, this $1 sale is making it extremely accessible to a lot of people, but they won't always have the $1 sale. So the JC Change program is available so that they can provide complimentary items, as they're continuing to grow their business. And it's a way to give back while they're promoting their brand, while they're making sales. So shout out to JC Fashion Finds, and thank you so much for your support. I'll drop this one more time, and then I'll also show you a picture of one of the items on their shop. Let's see. It's so hard selecting one because they have a lot of options, but I'm going to go with this one because we know the fall is coming around and we know sports events are happening. And if you have any teams that have blue on them, I mean, it won't work for me because, I'm the Saints, so we got gold and black. But for anyone that has blue and white, you can definitely get you a nice, cute, sporty, chic maxi dress for $1. And it is size 14/16 available on their website. So that is one example of some of the items that they do have available. Let's see. Let me check and make sure I'm not missing anything else. I think we've pretty much gone over all of the brands that are listed in our directory that have sponsored our show. Now we're going to move to brands that are not listed. Oh, wait, no, we have one more. This is actually Jenkins Pro Tax Software. So you can screenshot this information. This is owned by Ebony. She's also, she has two businesses listed in our directory, and this one is dedicated to helping tax professionals who have an EFIN number with finding a software that is easy to use, reliable. And if you want to reach out to Ebony, you can go to 615-796-6050. And that's how you can contact her. So shout out to Jenkins Pro Tax Software. Thank you for being a sponsor of our show. And I'll leave it on the screen for just a moment for everybody to, go check it out on their own time. And while you guys are looking at that, I'll continue to add these pieces that I was adding. Oops, sorry. Give me 1 second. Let me go back. There we go. There you go. All right, let's move to the next sponsor. The next sponsor that we're showing off this evening is actually going to be Heartstrings Collective, creating a safe space for artists, one resource at a time. So this brand is about creating resources for artists that are trying to elevate, expand, and they have the website listed at the bottom as well as their email. You can screenshot this flyer so you can keep this. And if you know anyone that's an artist that might be needing resources and communities to connect with, tell them to check them out. Thank you, Heartstrings Collective. We appreciate you. I'm glad that you found us. And thank you for sponsoring our show again. All right. Give me just a moment and then we will move on to our next sponsor. Our next sponsor is the Premier Group, Business Consulting and Financial Strategy. Thank you so much for finding us, the Premier Group. We appreciate you. Their services are startup consulting, personal credit repair, business and credit funding, operations and compliance consulting, strategic mentorship, and bookkeeping services. If you want more information, you can go to 205-790-5759. Thank you so much for sponsoring our show. Again, we truly appreciate you. I'm going to leave their information up there just in case anyone wants to screenshot it and check them out. And guys, I have some really cool news that I'm so excited to share with you guys today. So we're going to have a really good time. Okay, we have one last sponsor that we're going to show off this evening. Let's see. The next sponsor that we are showing off is Hand to Hand Retail and More. So they are based out of Fort Worth, Texas, 6062 Meadowbrook Drive, Suite D, Fort Worth, 76112. Check them out. Screenshot this. You can find unbeatable affordable prices on furniture and appliances. We do appreciate you for sponsoring our show so very much. I'm going to leave them on for just a moment to give everyone an opportunity to screenshot, and then we'll go from there. And before we actually move, I want to take the moment to download this because I have some good news I want to share with everyone. Okay. All right. So now that we have shouted out all of the wonderful sponsors. Oh, I'm sorry. We have two more sponsors we need to shout out. What am I thinking? So our next sponsor that we need to shout out is actually She Cute Boutique. She Cute Boutique. Let me find their flyer. Here they are. She Cute Boutique has stylish women's apparel and accessories. When I tell you their accessories are bomb. Like I'm talking cute handbags, earrings, bracelets, jewelry, and they have women's apparel as well. But I love me some She Cute. I mean, they just always have something cute. So SheCuteBoutique.com is a verified member of our directory. And they have been in our directory for some years now. And I just love the quality as well as the versatility that they provide. So thank you very much, She Cute. I'll leave their information on the screen just in case anyone wants to screenshot. And then we shall go from there. Okay. I'm just itching to tell y'all this news, guys. Just itching. I got some news for y'all. I got some resources. It's going to be a good night. Okay, now our last sponsor, last but never least, is another verified member of our directory, and that is hootstop.com. So thank you so much, Hootstop, for sponsoring.
Welcome to hootstop.com, where wellness meets design. Shop our services today for your home, office, or studio needs, as we can create anything that you envision. Hit our custom consultation and schedule an appointment today, or fill out the ad form and we'll get that started for you immediately. If you're looking for design, it's what we do here at hootstop.com. Come and visit us. We'll see you soon. But if you can't wait, subscribe to our YouTube channel and see the artwork being made from scratch, behind the sketchbook scenes. Talk directly with me, the artist, then we do it digital, and then you already know it's getting printed on something. So start at the beginning and work your way to hootstop.com. From YouTube to Hootstop. We got you.
All right. So that is hootstop.com. Thank you again, Hootstop, for your sponsorship. We truly appreciate you. Everyone that has sponsored our show, you will be listed on our shows for 40 shows this year. And you may get over 40 depending on when you signed up as well. But I do want to go ahead and give everyone an opportunity that wants to sponsor and have their brand shouted out, the link and the information. So I'm going to drop that in the comments. Just give me one moment. Oh, and while we're waiting, hold on, because I'm going to make sure I talk about this. Guys, we have another verified member in our directory, and she does provide complimentary opportunities such as being interviewed on the Motivational Talk, Dialogues, and Show. It's free exposure. You can share, promote, inspire, and connect. And it is a 10-minute interview. I know 10 minutes may not sound like a lot, but it is actually quite a lot of time because you can share what you do, who you're trying to reach in 10 minutes. And it is complimentary. So I highly recommend checking her out. Now, when it comes to her services, she does have an author coaching course. And this author coaching course allows you to learn about creative writing, peer reviews, storytelling, writing styles, editing, book design, book publishing, and book marketing and promotion. So if you are needing assistance with any of those things, whether you are already self-published author or you are not self-published yet and you're thinking about becoming self-published, take this course. Right now, she has 5-star reviews on this course. The course is anywhere from 1 to 12 months because it can be as long or as short as you want it to be. If you want to go the full 12 months, you can. If you want to go 1 month, you can. And normally the pricing would be $50 a month or $200 one time. So instead of paying $600 over a course of 12 months, you can pay $200 one time up front. And they have a referral program. So if you bring people, you can get paid $80 every time you refer someone. So I need y'all to know that if you go to LacoleSmith.com, please let them know that Boss Babe Blog referred you or Catan referred you so I can get my nice juicy referral bonus. And if you would like to refer people as well, you can do that yourself. So before we take that off the screen, I'm going to give you an opportunity to just look at that a little bit longer. And then I'm going to drop this link. Okay. Let me get you the stats for the show as well. So anyone that decides to become a sponsor for the Boss Babe Business Show, you should know that we have almost 300 subscribers on our YouTube channel, currently sitting at around 289. On top of that, we also put this on multiple platforms. My personal Facebook, which has over 6,000 followers, my business page on Facebook. We also do replays sometimes on Instagram and TikTok. And then we also go live on Twitch as well. So all of these platforms generate around 6,000 all the way up to 17,000 views per month. And we do get a lot of views and traction to our show. So our audience is entrepreneurs and small business shoppers. And sometimes we get people who are just learning about shopping with small businesses in general. So if you feel like you would align with this audience, then you can go and sponsor our show. It is $50 to be a show sponsor at this time. The price will not always be that price. The first 10 people who signed up got the exclusive price of $30. The next people who signed up got the exclusive price of $40. So now we are opening it up for $50 sponsor, and it will not be there forever. So this is a limited time offer. So take advantage while you can. Let me drop that link if you would like to have your brand shouted out for 40 shows on the Boss Babe Business Show. All right, moving on. So now that we talked about that, we got to move into the freebie of the night. And then we're going to go ahead and transition into our interview, because the freebie of the night actually aligns with the person that we're interviewing this evening. So freebie of the night, going back to posting these because I did get some feedback. So I want to keep it going. And that freebie of the night is coming from radiantlycrowned.com. And this is a complimentary life coaching session. This life coaching session is 1 hour long. You're going to sit down with a certified life coach to discuss different areas of your life, such as reclaiming your identity, gaining closure in areas of your life that you need to move on from, gaining a little bit of assistance with getting on your feet or with changing your patterns. And in this session, you will sit down. After you've finished, you can go and pay with your opinion. So you don't need to actually purchase the session with your money. You're going to pay with your opinion by going to their Google business page and expressing how you felt after experiencing the session. So let me drop that at the comments. And it's only available to 20 people. So don't forget, take advantage as soon as you can. Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate you, everyone. Thank you for your support. All right. So that is the freebie of the night, a free life coaching session. And the link is only available to 20 people. It'll be going by soon. Okay, so now that we talked about the freebie of the night, let's go ahead and bring on so many things to discuss this evening. So we're going to bring on our guest this evening, and we're going to go ahead and do her interview because she has some really great stuff to talk about. Before I bring her on, I want to drop one piece of great news that we got going on, and then I'll share the other news after her interview because it's going to make way more sense. So the first piece of news that we have is we officially have our Boss Babe blog journals. Yay! So we were talking, I actually did a session with Tiffany, the founder of radiantlycrowned.com, and we were just talking about different ways to continue to further your emotional development. And one of them was journaling. And I shared with her some of the journals that I had for different areas of my life. But then I talked with her and we came to the conclusion that I'm going to have a journal for my personal life that is just about me and what I'm experiencing. And I decided, what better way to kick this off than to go ahead and get my Boss Babe blog journals going. So if you would like to go and get you a Boss Babe blog journal or notebook, you can do that. This is a hard cover notebook. The quality is pretty great. I have one very similar to it, except for mine is black and it has the logo on there. But this one is a white color and it's a hard copy and it kind of has like a shiny-ish texture to it. So I'm going to get you guys the direct link for this journal just in case, you want to look cute and style while you're getting this together. And this journal is available for Afterpay. It is 5 by 5, 5.5 by 8.5. It's about 10 ounces. It has 80 pages of lined cream colored paper, matching elastic closure, ribbon marker, and expandable inner pocket. So there you have it. Give me one moment. All right. Get your notebook. All right, there you go. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring on the wonderful guest this evening. The professional that we are going to be interviewing is none other than the lovely Tiffany Tidwell, founder of radiantlycrowned.com. So she is talking about growth and accepting the loss of relationships along the way. We're going to bring her on and allow her to have that moment to give us this motivational speech. And then from there, we will then interview her and, ask a couple of follow-up questions. Hello, Tiffany.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. I can't complain.
How did you feel good? How did you feel after our session? Are you still good? You still surviving out there? Do I get invited back?
I'm still surviving. You are still invited back. It was great. Okay. I really enjoyed it.
I had a really good time, and you came up with something really cool afterwards. And so I'm really excited to reveal that to everyone today after your interview, or if you want to talk about it, towards the end. But it was a great session. We had some good conversation, and I came to the conclusion that yes, I still need to continue to honor my boundaries, and make that very clear because I might be leading people in the dark and they might be a little confused. And I just left them out there, without a light, without anything, and went back to the house and said, find your way back home. So, that was something that I came to the conclusion I am going to work on and I'm going to monitor. So it was a great conversation. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much for showing us what that might look like.
Thank you for doing it and doing it live because, like I said, it takes a lot. It
Yeah, I was
does.
nervous. I was like, ooh. I had somebody later on talking to me about my personal life, trying to give me tips. I'm gonna be like, look, the session is over. But okay, so Tiffany, let's jump into your topic. So the topic that Tiffany is speaking on this evening, like we said, is growth and accepting the loss of relationships along the way. That is a huge topic. That's a word. So please take it away, Tiffany, and I'll just be in the back listening and enjoying the message.
Certainly. So, first of all, we have to talk about um, what, okay, relationships. Relationships come into our lives for either a season, it can be a lesson, or it can be a lifetime. The mindset that I want to get across here is don't you don't have to let a season or a lesson be a lifetime. So when you make up your mind to choose yourself, I'm a big advocate for choosing yourself, choosing to heal, choosing to walk away from what no longer serves you. And when you do that, even if you're still there, even if you're physically still there, when you start growing, it's going to make the person that's next to you, it could make them uncomfortable because they're not growing. Or maybe your growth makes them uncomfortable. And that,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's when you know that you're actually doing the growing. If you're uncomfortable, and especially if it makes someone else uncomfortable. Um, I think I know because I've been there. When we find ourselves outgrowing, not only can we outgrow the identity that we have been living in, we can outgrow that particular relationship or several relationships along the way,
Yeah.
especially when you decided that I'm going to be choosing me, that I'm going to set some boundaries, that I'm no longer going to go down this path. I'm going to go down another path that elevates me on every level, physically, mentally, emotionally. Sometimes you have to be ready to let let some relationships go,
Yeah.
whether that be romantic, whether that be friendly, whether that be even work. You got to be prepared to let it go. And it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't even make the person a bad person. It simply means that y'all no longer align.
Yeah.
You're no longer aligned. And we don't use that word. I don't hear that word a lot. But if you don't align with someone, and you'll know, even if, because I've often found myself doing this, you know, especially in romantic relationships. I'm growing, I'm changing, I'm looking to elevate both personally and maybe even professionally. They want to stay in that same spot.
Yeah.
So oftentimes, I know I would adapt back down. Well, I'll wait and do that later. I'm gonna wait and see if they're gonna grow too. No, don't hinder yourself. Don't hinder yourself. Um, Sometimes space. Give them some space. Give yourself some space. Sometimes space helps people to grow. But we cannot stay stuck there hoping or waiting, because you'll wait your elevation off. You'll wait your change off.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes a lesson. Don't get caught stuck living the same lesson over and over. I've done it. You have to let it go. And nobody talks about how painful that is, especially when you love someone. You know, you
Hmm.
love someone and you realize that it's coming to an end. That's painful. That's painful. You have to process that. I mean, if you just met them 2 months ago, the cutoff the cutoff
Right?
game can be pretty
Listen.
strong. But if you
Listen, who
if
is
you
this man?
spend some yeah, if you spend some time with someone, and nobody's perfect. I mean, that's what love is. When you spend time with someone and you've been together for a while, you've seen their flaws. But when you love someone, we always adapt or accept their flaws. Same thing that they do for us. And when we realize that this might, I'm gonna have to step away. That hurts,
Yeah.
and you can't. There's no way that you cannot process that. I tried it. You only, I only stepped away from one thing into the next, and it was wrong too, because I didn't allow myself to heal. I knew the relationship was over. I knew I needed to go. You know, we had outgrown each other.
Hmm.
Um, but instead of processing it, instead of taking some time, I stepped right out into another relationship that didn't last either, because I hadn't accepted that you. Are you really, to me, and this is me, you have to grieve that. Can you imagine being with somebody for, in my case, 18 years and just walking away, and then being with somebody, 3 months down the road after
Yeah.
those? That's,
That's
but
a
that was
very
my
hard.
way of forgetting it. You don't forget 18 years,
Yeah.
even though it wasn't the best, even though it wasn't the best, even though it was, a little toxic. I shouldn't have been there 18 years. I still needed to process it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still needed to accept what had went on. I still needed to realize we just outgrown each other. I'm not gonna make him out to be a villain. Some of it was me,
Hmm.
but and yeah, and that's another point. You can hinder yourself, um, and that's hard to admit and painful to admit.
Yeah.
But some of it was Tiffany.
Hmm.
I knew I had outgrown it. I knew I had elevated.
You could see that where you were at did
Yeah,
not make sense for you. It didn't
it didn't
feel,
make sense,
it felt like you were just sitting in someone else's home or someone
but
else's
I
space.
was I was comfortable.
Yeah.
The familiar, the familiar will hold you. It will hinder you.
Hmm.
It's the uncomfortable that catapults, that makes you grow, that helps you expand and elevate. But when
Yeah.
you're in something familiar, even though, I want to make this a good point, you can be comfortable in toxicity. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You can be so comfortable there that you don't even realize you're hindering yourself, and that it's not that you so in love, you just comfortable.
Hmm.
And it was at that point that I have to just go ahead and say, that was on me.
Yeah. I don't think that,
Afraid to, yeah, afraid
I,
to go out and try something different.
yeah.
Yeah, that was on me. You Was some of the things that went on in the relationship, would I say that was on me? No. But when I knew and when I, kept staying and kept waiting, maybe I could, that was on me. And here's why I say that. I had to accept that at that point, I was part of the problem.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
It's hard to admit. It done took me a while to actually be able to say that, but I was a part of the problem.
Yeah.
Because there was, like I said, it was a point where I didn't have to be there as long as I did. I say that.
Yeah.
But I was comfortable. This is what I knew. So at that point, I was a part of the problem.
And Tiffany, I feel like in this world sometimes, like in society, people can mislead one another by making them think that being in a relationship where you are comfortable, that is a successful relationship, or that is normal, or that is positive, when in reality you don't want to be in a space where you're always comfortable. You want a partner who does challenge you to step out of your comfort zones and grow. Now, am I saying they shove you out there or they make you do things? No. But there's a balance, so don't take that the wrong way. But you want a partner who does challenge you to elevate and be a better version of yourself and have a deeper level of integrity and character. And when you are with someone who is not challenging you to do those things, it tends to be because they know that you're not supposed to be there, and they need you to feel comfortable so that you feel nice and cozy in this place where you never get up and you never leave. And you know what I thought of when you said that? You remember, um was it, I don't know if Pinocchio was the same story where all of the kids were led to this, they were led to this land and they were turned into donkeys. You remember that story?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So it's funny. And I guess I can use a different analogy for people who haven't seen it. But when Hansel and Gretel were walking through the forest and they
Yeah.
saw the witch's place, and they went in and they sat down, and there was dessert, and there was so much food, and it was all the snacks that they loved, and they just kept eating and eating and eating and eating. And what they didn't know was that witch's goal was to get them comfortable enough to lay down, get into bed, spend the night, stay a little bit longer, because she knew what her intentions were for them. They didn't know, but they were comfortable. If you were at your home, your family, your parents would not be letting you eat sweets for dinner. They wouldn't be saying, keep eating, keep going. They'd be saying, okay, enough is enough. Sometimes in relationships, we assume that the place where it feels great all the time means that that is a good spot, or if it has those highs, because you're going to have those lows too in a toxic relationship. But when you have those highs, you think, well, every time I come back home, I feel comfortable, I feel safe, I feel like this is a place where I can always go. But
Yeah.
those aren't good behaviors for a healthy relationship. Healthy friendship, healthy relationship, we are challenging each other to be better. We are challenging each other to elevate, and we are avoiding complacency and being stagnant. So find you partners that challenge you on that level, because sometimes they're not challenging you because they know that you're supposed to be somewhere else. You're supposed to be in a higher level. But I just want to keep you comfortable enough to stay with me so that I have comfort in my own complacency.
That is so true. That is so true.
Good
And
evening.
that's why you have to um, always be constantly doing the work on yourself so that you can recognize when someone is intentionally keeping you stagnant, keeping you helping to keep you complacent.
Yeah.
You have to, and you have to be willing to accept that this is not for me. Can't be. I had it so bad, y'all. With I can change them.
Oh, I can change.
I can change. The
I can
nurturer, here
change.
I
I
come.
can help him.
Captain say,
If he has my love, if I just give him a little bit of love, he'll be able to see. He'll be able to know.
I'm Jesus' daughter. I'm not Jesus.
And then that's another thing too. Sometimes it sneaks up on you because you think that you're not that person, but you are quietly and silently doing things that that person would do, like excusing behaviors that are inexcusable, or finding reasons for why it's okay to normalize small things. So even those behaviors, those acts of trying to save or spare a person because you think that there's something you can give that will change the circumstance of what they have chosen for themselves, is the same thing. It's just on different levels, and sometimes it's not as obvious. So I do want to put that out there because it is a very slippery slope, and you can go from being that person that says, I'll never do that, to being the exact person doing that, not even realizing that you're doing it, not even knowing that,
Yep.
yeah, not even knowing that the person that you're dealing with knows that you're that person. And
Yes.
they're just pulling you right on in.
Yes.
So yeah.
What we announced, I definitely want to, what you're going to be announcing, I want to, so often we talk about getting out, rebuilding. Nobody ever talks about, I ain't going to say nobody ever talks about it. People talk about the obvious signs. What about them subtle ones like you're talking about? When you excuse the little joke.
The joke.
Yeah, when you excuse the little joke, or when you put one little thing on hold because I'm going to support them first and then I'll come back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Subtle. We know about the red flags. What about the pink ones?
Right?
The
And
yellow
it's
ones.
off,
Caution.
right? She said the pink one. It starts off very small, little things. You're not going to
Little
pick up on
things.
all of them. Sometimes you can, but sometimes you won't, and you'll be surprised the depths that people will go to pretend to be an entirely different person just so that you feel comfortable enough to commit to them, to move in with them, to marry them, to support them on a higher financial level, whatever the case may be. But people will go to deep depths to try to, show themselves off as something that they're not. So it's one of those situations where you really can't look at someone else and think that it is impossible, because it is very much possible.
It's very
Yes.
possible.
Charlie said, don't forget the little white lies. Absolutely. Yep. Little
Yes.
lies don't make
Yes.
sense. Things that just don't match. Yes, absolutely.
And we'll
Absolutely.
ignore it because we love them or we care about this person. So we're like, they didn't mean nothing by it. You
Yeah.
just stretched a little bit. Nah, that's some pink flags. That's gonna that's gonna turn red.
And I like
They even
your,
start yellow like caution, caution. This is
yeah.
coming.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore it. Then it goes to pink. Hey, you see this? Nah. And when it gets to red, now you're all in. You feel
You're
like you've
committed.
gone so far, yeah, that
We've been together for 10
maybe,
years. Maybe we can work through this. Maybe we can stick through this. Maybe there's
yeah,
something that can be resolved. Yeah, I understand. And then also, if you're a person that is a loyal person, whether it's to a fault or you're just naturally a loyal person, in your mind, you're thinking that we're going to work through this because we're going to grow through this. But the reality is that you are never responsible or in charge of someone else's drive. And I talk about this a lot. I talk about it in business, but it is in every area of your life. You are never
yeah,
responsible for the next person's drive. And I had to accept that in many areas of my life. When I had people that I loved and cared about, and I see so many talents in them, and I'm like, oh, you could do this and you could do that, and you can succeed at this. They're going to do it or they're not. I give them the resources, I give them the rooms, I tell them where to show up. They show up or they don't. But I used to try to make myself responsible for their drive. Hey, did you finish this? Hey, did you sign up for that? Hey, did you go research this? Hey, I'm here to remind you, don't forget to do this for your thing. And some people would look at that. Yeah, yeah. Listen, some people would look at that and they would say, no, you're just being a good friend. No, you're just reminding somebody something. No, 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 no. We have to understand the difference between being a friend and being a parent. I will not be anyone's parent until I have my own children. And from what I'm aware of, I have not. So when I'm dealing with adults who have their own parents, I am not going to parent them. And it creates a very unhealthy and toxic relationship, even if it is just friendships, of a person looking at you like that parent. I've had times where people expected me to be reminding them to do stuff that they said they have to get done in order for bills to be paid or in order for stuff to be complete. What?
what you need is a secretary.
Right?
You need to
It's a
employ
notebook.
a note, something like
Matter
that.
of fact, Matter of fact, let me help you out because I'll tell you exactly where you can go get one. Bossbayblog.com, baby. That's what you need. That's what you need because that's all I can provide for you is this notebook. And even then, you still need to invest to get it. So, I used to be trying to be responsible for other people's drives. And I used to feel responsible if things didn't go the way that they wanted them to go. And I had to snap myself out of that because, again, it is a slippery slope, not just in relationships, not in romance, but also in business and in friendship.
Yes.
I remember sitting down thinking to myself, like, oh, I got to do X, Y, and Z so that she can be able to do this for her business. I'm really over here thinking like that. And then I thought, what the hell? What am I doing? This is not my business. This isn't my business. I'm not their business
Running
manager.
yourself in the ground.
Yeah. What am I talking about? I need to go do this. Like, that's a task that's on my list that I need to go and complete. Like, I don't have I don't have a whole list. Do you see this? This is a small representation of what my schedule can look like. Like, I don't have a long list, and that's just the list. That's not even the actual schedule. Don't get me started on the actual schedule. And then this is just the paper schedule. This is not even the written, official schedule. So why am I sitting here saying I need to go do this for their business? It's not their business, and they can't do it for themselves. And then I had to ask myself, I said, well, they are kind of busy right now. Maybe they're feeling a little overwhelmed. But then I'm like, wait a minute. I'm busy. Wait a minute. I have days when I feel a little overwhelmed. Hey, many of them. So wait, why am I adding this on to my plate? And then to make it even bigger, grander, in the middle of me having that conversation with myself, I pop up on my social media feed to see them posting about just pure nonsense. And I said, wait a minute, you got time? You got time?
They had time.
You got
You know why they had time?
What they got at the Usher concert? What they were drinking?
You gonna do their work.
Listen, I was like, what? Girl, what? And then you're gonna have the audacity to get in this meeting with me and tell me that you're feeling overwhelmed. I'd be overwhelmed too, because I'm in these concerts instead of in this business. So
don't watch Chris Brown throw it everywhere. I'll be overwhelmed.
Watching the little cherry, you need to be taking that cherry. Let's use analogies. Let that cherry be your business, okay? And go do what you're supposed to be doing for it, because that was crazy to me. And then for us to have those conversations where they say things like, oh yeah, I'm just tired and stuff, but I'm seeing what you're doing online and offline. You just aren't invested in this area. And that's not a negative thing. That's not a bad thing. If that's just what it is, it's just the truth. But why would I be over here breaking myself down simply because I care about you? I love you. I want things to work for you. I want things to work with you. I want, the best for you. I am not responsible for your drive, and I'm not responsible for the results that you achieve through your drive. So if you have a lower quality of delivering for yourself and your dreams, I'm not responsible for that. And I had to start accepting that, because it was hard to accept, especially when you're a coach or you're a consultant, or you just want the best for a person. You're always trying to put your hands on something to show somebody, or just shake them and say, listen. I've had times where people were like, oh, I need sales, I need growth. And I'm like, listen, book the consult. Let's talk about it, but let's be intentional. No, I'm not going to be answering sales questions for you at 3 a.m. in the morning while I'm, just getting out of the bed to go get a drink of water, or rubbing my feet together with my bonnet on. No, I'm not doing that. But we can sit down and we can be intentional like we are with everything else in our lives that we care about. But if you don't have that level of drive to want to be intentional about your life, your romance, your business, your dreams, your finances, I will not hold myself responsible for that. It will not be my responsibility. Not one bit.
I gotta piggyback and say this. You said it earlier. You kind of touched on it just then. Potential.
Yeah.
We get caught up. We can see the potential. They shining bright, and we see it.
Yeah.
But do they see it?
Yeah.
And you'll get yourself caught up in, I know they could do it. I know they can do it if I just stick it out. Dating potential. I actually wrote a poem on that. Dating potential. Potentially.
Do you have the poem, or is it in your book?
Where is it? It's not in my book, but I don't know. but I actually wrote it. I will have that.
Okay.
For
Well,
our
if you
announcement.
find it and you feel like reading it out, we would love to hear it. We would love to hear it.
Let me go check one place. One moment.
Oh, yeah. Take your time. And while you're doing that, should I go ahead and announce the news that we
Go
have?
ahead and announce. Yes.
Okay. So, guys, we have a collaboration taking place. Radiantly Crowned and BossBabeBlog.com have an event called Nighttime Tea. Nighttime Tea with Katan and Tiffany. And we finally came up with our jingle. Ask us anything at night because the tea is always right.
The tea is right, baby.
Yes.
It's not gonna be boiling. It's gonna be just
right. We're not trying to burn you. We're not trying to, we're not trying to freeze you. We're just trying to have it just right. So we're gonna be doing nighttime tea, and we're talking about relationships in business, in romance, just everything, relationships and healing as well. So our first episode, let me go ahead and pull it up because I am extremely excited about this. And then I'm also going to give everyone going to have to give everybody the direct link to go to this. Hold on a second, because I don't know if the direct link is already posted. Let's see. I think it is posted. I think I posted on our blog. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. I'm finding. Look, Tiffany looking for something. I'm looking for something. Okay, I found it. So this is going to be hosted on the first Friday of every month at 10 p.m. Yes, we are coming to you late time. So if you are one of those people that likes to be, you're like a night owl, then this will be perfect for you. It's right in between the night owl and getting ready to go to bed phase. So if you just happen to be up because you can't sleep and you decide that you want to open up your technology, which I am not co-signing or recommending. However, if you do open it up, all I'm saying is you can get some tea and then take your tail back to sleep like you're supposed to be. Okay.
Come talk to us.
Come talk to us. So this will be first Friday every month, 10 p.m. on our YouTube channels. So it will stream live on my YouTube channel, and then it will be connected to Tiffany's YouTube channel. So you can go back and watch the replays on either of our channels. The first episode is talking about two things. Number one, define dating. What does dating actually mean? This is about to be juicy. Because everybody want to talk. Look, some people don't know what dating means. Some people think dating means, something different. There's a difference between courting and actually committing. And people, we got, and then depending on your culture, but we're going to get into that at the show. So it sounds like a simple question, but the word dating can mean something completely different to different people. Does dating mean you're exclusive? Does it mean spending time together automatically to create a relationship? When should expectations be discussed? And what happens when two people are participating in the same experience but operating with completely different definitions?
Man. I've been there.
About to be good. Okay, so on the second half of this, we're going to talk about clear communication, healthy boundaries, defining expectations, understanding intentions, respecting yourself and the other person, creating relationships that feel positive, intentional, and fruitful. And you're going to need a second cup of tea because we're talking about a second part, which is identifying and releasing toxicity. So those relationships, actually, let's get a little juice in the comments. Can we? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Charlie. She said, congratulations on the collaboration.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm excited about this. We're about to have so much fun. Ooh. And my filter's going to be off. Guys, I'm not responsible for anything that comes out of my mouth. Let me give y'all a disclaimer now. So identifying and releasing toxicity. What is one behavior that you would say can come from a toxic individual or can eventually lead to a toxic relationship in dating? Drop it in the comments. Let me know. Or in work, any area. I'm going to do one for work, and I'm going to do one for dating, and I'm going to do one for friendship. I'm going to give y'all 3.
Repeat the question.
So what is one toxic behavior that usually tells you that this is going to be a toxic relationship if you continue to pursue, or it just is a toxic behavior? And let's do every area. Thank you. I know. Hey, Kaditra. Yes, it's going to be good. So let's do different areas of life. Let's start with romance. romance. Okay. What is one toxic behavior that you just know this is toxic? I've identified it and I have to release it. Charlie said excuses. She said excuses. That's a good one.
That's
That's for romance, right, Charlie? And then Kanitra said, what she say? Controlling, being controlling. Yes, that's a good one. Okay, another one is subtle gaslighting. It's not the loud gaslight. Yeah, yeah. Let me give you an example. It's not the one where they hit you and then you say, "Did you hit me?" and they say, "No, I didn't hit you. You're crazy." It's not that. It's the subtle. It's you
very
have
so.
a conversation in the kitchen and you say, "Yeah, I'm trying to work out more," and they say, "Yeah, okay, yeah, see,
Uh,
yeah, see that time." Comments like that. It's making you question yourself just a little bit, not too much, but just enough to start having a little bit of insecurity and not realizing how that chips away at your confidence in a romantic relationship. That's mine. Okay. Work. Happy Thursday. Thank you. Thank you. And then we got to talk about, so in the show, I'm going to try, Tiffany, to get in at least one product from members of our directory.
cool
That's
beans.
romance related. So I definitely thought of Kanitra for like the book to talk about understanding the signs, knowing the signs. But okay. Charlie
I
said,
love the example you gave too.
yes, because it's
I've
happened to
talked
me.
about that before.
It's happened
Very
to me.
subtle.
I've
Yes.
sat down in a room with a person and they've said, yeah, okay, yeah, I see. You serious. All right. And I'm like, wait a minute. Do not everything that I do, I don't do it 1,000%? Like, boys, are you crazy? Like, why are you talking to me like I'm not gonna follow through, or like I'm not serious about what I'm saying, or like I can't achieve this goal? What? So it
Yeah.
didn't do what he thought it was gonna do. It just made me look at him like, what did you sip on today? And then I continued about my day. But if you don't catch it, or if you trust a person, sometimes when your guard is down, you're tired, or you're just used to this person, you might think, oh, well, maybe I don't take it serious. Maybe I don't, maybe I'm not going to be able to meet that goal. You know, people like that, it's a subtle, it's not so bold like the way you think it would be. That's why when people use the word, and I might not have used the proper terminology because maybe gaslighting isn't the word for that, but that's why that word, it's like so overplayed. People talk about it and they only think about the big examples, like a person doing something really big and then looking at you in your face and lying and saying, no, I didn't do it. It's the little things.
It's the little ones.
It's the little things.
It's the little, and they do it, and they hit you with it. And if you don't recognize it, they keep coming with it. Oh,
Exactly.
she accepted that. I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Little bit at a time.
And then
I
Charlie
love it.
said, work. She said, employees always have an excuse. Yes, yes. Okay, so toxic patterns in work. Ooh, ooh. Communicating with people during their downtime about non-emergency related things when you know that you could just wait until they come in. That to me it's a bit toxic. And we might have all done it at one point because that's the culture that we've been brought to think is normal. But if you have an employee, team member, a manager, and they're off, and if they're off day, they're not working, they're not on the clock, and it's not an emergency, like the building isn't burning down, you don't have something that has to be handled right now, just wait until they come in. Why are you why or even take it one step further, messaging them past business hours. So it's like 10 o'clock at night and you sending me a message talking about some, hey, don't forget tomorrow, you're crazy, you're blocked. I was the queen of blocking. Listen, you send me a message at some 10 o'clock at night talking about don't forget to restock the polos, you're blocked. And then the next time you send a message and it says this message failed to deliver or whatever it say, and you come back and say, I for some reason I can't get through. I'm gonna say, oh, that's so weird. All right, let's get started. I'm just gonna block you and keep on moving because you didn't have it in you to consider me. So I can't have it in me to consider you. I just need to block you and we just need to keep moving and keep not considering each other because that's crazy to me. When I was at work, I used to think it was normal because as a store manager, they want you to be on call for everything. However, there's a layer to this where when you start to develop your team, they are capable of doing things on their own, and they are capable of being critical thinkers if you train them that way. But if you train them to be people where they have to ask questions every 5 seconds and then they feel like you're going to be over their back when they're doing things, then they're going to feel like they have to ask you every single thing before they can do anything. I don't like that work environment because I've seen the difference between people who feel empowered versus people that feel like, okay, can I do this? Is it okay? Can I do? I'm not trying to do all that. I just give the guidelines, tell you what needs to be done. I tell you what to avoid. Deuces. I'll be back on Monday. Good luck. And the reason why is because it's not, first off, nobody is dying. Nobody's dying. This isn't nobody's going to the emergency room. We are all alive. Now, if there is a case where that is the case, obviously call me. But if no one's going to the emergency room, do you, boo? If they say I need to speak to the manager, heck, say I am the manager. Heck, I don't care. If you're going to get the job done, I trust you to do the job properly. If you are in the role, you're in the role for a reason. So I had to start adapting that mindset. And once I started adapting that mindset, I was able to provide myself and my team with a work-life balance. I never called my team members. I never texted my team members once I got to that level, unless it was about covering a shift and seeing if they wanted to cover the shift. And if they didn't, then thank you so much. That's it, and keep it moving. That's all. But yeah, I think that's a little toxic, and I think we've normalized it in our work environments because everybody's so used to just going. But I think that if you have a team member, an employee, a manager, whoever, let their off day be their off day. Just let them relax. Don't just wait until they get in. You can talk about it later. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not do or die. Life, there's so much more to life. Let them enjoy their time with their family. Let them rest and not think about work for a moment. Let them breathe. Let them laugh with their kids. Let them go out. Stop sitting at, are you going to be able to work the shift tomorrow at 11 o'clock at night? So, those are just things that I felt like were toxic. What about you, Tiffany? What's your take on that?
I would go with that Charlie that said about making the excuses. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to pair that with just being late all the time. And I say that because I was a little toxic employee at one point. I was late and I had an excuse for it. but that I have to be honest.
I mean,
and I was, and I've outgrown it. I've outgrown it. I've worked on myself. I'm at another place, and yeah, but I was horrible. I was horrible. I was horrible.
I think we've all been in, maybe not just for work, but somewhere in our life, we've been in a place where we look back and say, wow, or, what was I doing? And the reason why I feel so passionate about that work-life balance thing is because I was once in that place. I was once that manager who was picking up the phone and dialing, hey, where did you put the backpacks that are supposed to go out to the front of the store? Did you put them in the front? Did you put them back? I can't find them. That's not something you got to call somebody for on their off day. You could wait. And they can come in and they can just show you where the backpacks are. Unless they're, your manager is pointing a finger at you saying you have to find it now. And in many cases, that wasn't the case. And also the reason why I did that was because that's what I was used to. That was what I was accustomed to until I told you I started to find leaders that their teams just did amazing things without them even having to ask. And they were just excellence on their own. And that's where I'm at now, where everyone that is a part of anything that I'm doing as a team member is just excellence. Whether it's a collaboration, whether it's a referral partner, whether it's a membership specialist partnership, whatever it is, they're just excellence. Because you create an energy where that's what you attract versus trying to micromanage and trying to overwork. When you do that, you don't get the best results. So I was that person at one time because it was normal for me. And then I was like, this is not anything important where they have to stop their off day to talk about this. And so I created a rule for myself where I did not call for anything. The only thing you ever got a call from me for was, can you work this shift? We have a shift available. And even then, you rarely got that because it got to a point where my team was so staffed that nobody wanted to miss their day at work. They wanted to come in and they loved their job. They loved working with me. So I didn't have too many call outs when I got to that level in entrepreneurship. It just wasn't I mean, in being a store manager. But yeah, that's some toxic
That's
stuff,
good. You have to be a
right?
good manager.
Right? I'm telling
Yeah.
you, that was the same year that I had someone who didn't want to leave because she felt not one person, two people did not want to leave because they felt like they enjoyed my store. And they didn't want to go to another store. So they would prefer to stay there. And I'm like, you need more money. Like, girl, go. And then I had another one who I would send her to go get more hours because I thought she wanted more hours. And she would come back and be like, please don't send me nowhere else. And I'm like, I thought you said you wanted hours. She's like, I can't do it. And that's just the culture that I created for my team. It's very organized. It was very excellence driven. And you could tell that I was passionate about what I do, but also the people that I work with. And it showed in the customer experience, in the reviews, in the team members. Everything about it was just excellent. And that's where I'm at now. Everything about what we do is excellent. People are passionate, excited about helping, enthusiastic, supportive, uplifting. Um, and we bring out the best in each other. We encourage one another, and it's an environment where you feel excited about getting to the next level, not like you should be scared about wanting more for yourself. And that's the culture that I strive to create for my community and for my business. So yeah, let's see, what did Charlie say? She said she hit the head on the nail, and then she said something else. Said, I had to tell my employee if I don't ask a question they need not be talking. Oh, Charlie.
Wait a minute.
I know, right?
What? I need context.
Right?
What happened?
You're just gonna drop that in the chat and not even what's going on. And Kanitra said, LOL, I have several memories back in my younger days. Okay, don't be shy. Drop one of those work memories. Okay, work relationships, romantic relationships. Last one, friendships. Ooh, no, I kind of want to do business too. Which one do you like more? Friendships or business relationships?
Both.
That's what I was thinking too. Okay. So friendships. What is one toxic thing that people can do in friendships?
Um, Half show up.
Mm.
Is that a thing? That's a
Oh,
thing.
oh, okay, Tiffany. Break it down for us, please. We need some context.
So, so a friendship, much like a romantic relationship,
Mm-hmm.
should go both ways.
Yeah.
Then we talk about a 50-50
Yeah,
last night.
we
Even in
did.
friendship, you're not going to always have a 50-50 in the friendship, I don't think,
Yeah,
because people go through things. People are in different stages of their lives. You're not twins, but you're friends, right?
exactly. And they
But if,
offer different things.
yeah, but if you're always doing 90 or 100, and
Mm,
you can never even get a 10 or even a 3,
or a
that's
point five.
not
Can't even
or
get a
four,
point
five.
five. Just over
That's
here
toxic.
going hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. It goes back to that topic that I posted. It was about the different psychology studies or theories. One of them being when you are always on the giving end and giving more, that person becomes acclimated to that and they just think that they're entitled to it. And that's what they expect of the relationship. So going forward, I'm expecting that you're going to give me 90% and I'm going to give you 10 or 5 or 0 because you have been giving it to me in the past and there's been no balance and you didn't stop giving it to me to allow me to start giving. You just continued giving. So now mentally and psychologically, I am accustomed to in this relationship, I do 0. She does 100. And it's going to stay that way because that's what it is. That's what we are. And yeah, so that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Toxicity. Ooh, there's so many different things, but let me find something. Let me find something. Ooh, look, I'm like, where do I go with it? Because maybe I got like 10 different. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Y'all let me know in the comments. What is one toxic trait that a person can carry in a friendship? For me, I have so many, Tiffany. It's like it's so hard to pick one. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Dang, I'm like, which one do I do? I would say. passive aggressiveness instead of communication, instead of direct communication. That is
That's a good
toxic.
one.
Like
That's a
I
good
I had something that I was doing for my business, for my dreams and stuff. And then I had this person that was like, hey, big shot, big money. Okay. Um, if you haven't seen me in a long time and you miss me, maybe a hug and a good job. Keep working hard. Let's hang out. I just thought maybe that might be a little bit more endearing. But just walking up to somebody, big shot, big money, in the middle of them trying to conduct something for their business. Are you okay? So that to me, that passive aggressiveness, I think that's toxic. And we can all work on being direct communicators and not saying little side things or side jabs instead of just directly saying how you're feeling about something. Because then it comes off like you're someone that is full of resentment, and you can't really be friends with a person that's consumed by resentment. You can't. There's no
one.
friendship. So,
No.
because now you're going to always be wondering, are they out to get you, or what is that really about? So I would say that's one toxic behavior. Um, Another toxic behavior, ooh, this is another one. So I agree with everything that you said about the 90 and 10% rule. I believe too, in relationships or friendships, going based off of how close or how much proximity a person has in your life to determine whether a friend is a good friend or not, or how good of a friend they are, is toxic in my opinion. For example, you
Okay.
have a friend who texts you every single day. Every day. They say, "Good morning. How are you doing? Good morning. How are you doing?" You have a friend that checks in on you once a month. I'm gonna let you know I'm probably gonna be that friend. But she checks in on you once a month. And in your mind, you have it set that, well, my close friend, like my real friends, my circles, the people who have my back are the ones that I talk to like this. They checked on me in the morning. She told me good morning every day. She asked me how I was doing. That same person who's telling you good morning and checking in on you could very well just be doing that because they want something out of you. Well, they want more than what you've already presented that you can give them.
I see what
And
you're saying. Yeah.
yeah, and it is a manipulation tactic sometimes. People will get close to you because they want you to act a certain way. They will compliment you because they want you to sway towards a certain behavior. It's not always a selfless act of, I just love you and I care about you and I just want to check on you genuinely and there's nothing that I'm expecting of you. I'm checking on you because I want validation and I want you to do it for me too. So you're going to be available whenever because I've been available to you, and that's really what I wanted, but I'm not going to
I want
directly
to
tell you.
monitor you.
Exactly. I want to monitor you. I want to know what's going on in your life and I want to be nosy, but I'm not really here to help you. And I'm not
Nope.
really here to actually support you. And I don't really want to see you do well. But I'm going to text you. I'm going to text you every week and I'm going to say how you're doing and how's it going. So then on that day when you're feeling low and vulnerable, you're going to call me because you think that I'm your close friend because we talk more often. And I'm going to take all your business and then go share it with the world and do everything with it that a friend shouldn't do. And then that person that checks in on you once a month or so would never do something like that, ever. And that is a toxic thought pattern, I think, to look at proximity and equate that to integrity
It
in
is.
friendship.
It
Because
is.
you can be close to me and you can still be garbage, just straight garbage. So I'm not gonna fake the funk. I've had a friend that I was telling you earlier about, someone that I'm good friends with. I have never met that friend in person in my life. We have never met in person. How do I call this person a friend that I have not met in person, that I've only talked to maybe like 1 to 2 times a month? Because anything and everything that I'm trying to do for my life, that person has always supported me. And anything that that person has ever felt about what I am doing, that person has always come to me directly. And anytime I was feeling low about something, I could always call that person and know that my words aren't going to be used against me and that they truly hear what I'm saying. No matter what phase or journey I was going in my life, that person loves me for who I am and allows me to be Catan. It's not, oh, I'm your friend until you stop doing what I like. Because there were days when I didn't want to talk to people all the time. I didn't want to be on technology. And she said, hey, I wish you the best and I want you to have your peace. There were days when I was working on a project that maybe some people were like, why are you working on that? She said, hey, I know you're going to do great because everything that you do well. Just take care of yourself. Just don't forget that. Her way of treating me and how she supports me and shows up for me in different ways has never changed, even when I have to take care of myself. And that, I feel, is a real, genuine friend. A person who
That's a
does
friend.
not need you, but wants you, that's a friend.
That's a
I don't
friend.
need you, but I want you to be in my life. I want us to have a relationship. I want
He's
us
a
to laugh
friend.
and spend time together. But I'm not reliant upon your friendship for my own internal validation. That there's a difference. And I
A
think
big
that,
difference.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's
Yes.
how it travels. Like, people sometimes don't even realize they're doing that. Like, they don't realize it. But if your friend can't be themselves, and you're looking for a certain picture perfect person, there's a problem. But in the same breath, also, I am not excusing people who just don't show up. If it's 1090, that's also not a friend. So we're not going to, don't put those
No.
two in the same category, because this person that I'm talking about, I have supported her business. She has supported my business. I have promoted her till I'm blue in the face. Anytime I get a chance to talk about what she does, I'm telling people. Anytime somebody asks me about what my friends do, I'm bragging about her. And she does the same thing. She promotes my stuff. She shares my stuff. She's referred people to me. She posts my stuff on her stories. We go hard for each other, and we haven't even had a chance to meet in person. And this friend has supported me on days when people who have known me for years watched. This friend has supported and liked stuff that was new, that was nobody else knew about. And that's a courageous thing to do. When you support a person when you don't see the vision yet, that's different versus supporting them after you see the vision. That's a whole different story. And there's nothing wrong with people who get there after the vision has already been executed, or when the vision has become grander, because that's when they met you. So if they met you when you were grand, then they met you when you were grand, and they want to support you. But the people who saw you when nobody else saw what you were doing, and then continue to see you, that is a different level of true friendship and true support that I believe deserves all of the praise and all of the support. So that's why I don't look at proximity as a thing, because I have people that
It's
I've
not.
known. Yeah, I have people that I've known in high school, and well, not in elementary, but like in high school, known for years, who have yet to just like a post, or just, hey, you're doing a good job. Have yet. So am I going to say that because I know them longer, or because they're closer to me, or because they've sent me a, hey, how you doing message here and there, that means that they're a better friend than somebody that I talk to once a month? Absolutely not. And I'm not saying
No.
that you have to like a post to be my friend, but to be my friend, you have to know something that I enjoy. You have to think about me. You have to,
Support.
it may not be in business. Maybe I like to eat. So you might just send me a little, a little something, something. I ain't saying you got to, but just think about who you're dealing with and what it is that they like. And then think about ways that you can be a friend to them and just support them and love on them. That's it. It's very simple. But for some reason, everybody wants to make what they like what the next person likes. And I think that that's a little toxic. So,
It's very toxic.
yeah, I'm just saying. Just saying.
I love.
Charlie, the context. Oh, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say I love the part that you said that your friend, the friend, keeps your name. Your name holds weight with her when you're not in the room. You ever met
Exactly.
people that you are? I mean, they your friend in your face. As soon as you leave that room, though,
They Ray Charles to your whole relationship. I don't even know you. I don't even know who you are.
couldn't
Yeah.
wait for you to leave.
Couldn't
Yeah,
wait. Or they're just flimsy. You're very like wishy-washy. You're very ambivalent. I
yeah,
need you to pick a side and stand on it. I need you to go inside or stay outside. You know how our family, our parents used to say that back in the day, go
yeah.
inside, you stay inside, or go outside and stay outside. That's what you have to do when it comes to me. So you're not going to be going outside and chit-chatting and kikiing with everybody and then coming back in and trying to eat. No, 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 no. I just needed to be clear. You don't have to do anything crazy. I'm not asking you to, be a sacrificial sacrifice, but it's a level of loyalty and a level of integrity that comes with you when you're in other rooms as my friend or as someone who cares and supports me. Um, and I know that I have friends that have that level of support and loyalty towards me that I don't even question. I don't even question if they're my friend. And I don't talk to them every day. I talk to them once a month. I have one friend I talk to like in 3 months. And every time we talk, we have like a 3-4 hour conversation. But she's my friend.
And
She
y'all
supports.
can pick up just
Yeah,
where.
where we left off, just like that. Just like that.
Yeah,
No pettiness, no negativity, no trying to be funny. no weird shots or whatever.
That's a friend.
No
Yeah,
withdrawing your support because you didn't get what you felt like you should get. Just us being ourselves, and we both genuinely want to see each other do well, and it shows in how we treat each other and how we support each other.
that's it.
I
I
may not
love
be in every
it.
single room for you, but I'm going to be in one of those rooms and I'm going to be the first in the row. And that's just how it is because you can't be everywhere at once. Nobody can do that.
Right.
It's impossible. But where I do go for you, I'm going to be the first. I'm the first person in that room. I'm going to be setting up the chairs with you. I'm going to be there for you. Whatever it is, I am there for you in. It's just, I can't be everywhere. And they can't be everywhere. And I'm not expecting them to be everywhere. They show up where they feel they make the most sense in my life. And I appreciate that. And I support that.
And you show up where it makes the most sense for in their
Exactly.
lives.
Where it makes the
But
most sense.
it's the showing up that
Yeah,
really count. So
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. And I mean, there you have to trust people to do what they do best. So if you have friends that are really great at checking in and stuff, that's what they're going to do. But if they're not that great at business stuff or like, finances or whatever, don't put them in a room where they're supposed to be responsible for that. Put them in the rooms where they do the best in and allow them to just be that in your life and you do the
That's
same for them. That's just how I see it. But, everybody's different. Charlie said, I said that because the employee always have info that's not needed. So volunteering info. Oh, she said stop volunteering info. Okay, the ones that
Mhm.
like to talk, gossip, and all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. That
Definitely
makes sense.
toxic. Yeah. Okay, business toxicity. That's a good one.
From what end? As
Any
the
end. I got a billion.
uh, okay. Um, from a business perspective. So I hadn't been into business all that long,
Hmm.
but I do remember us having a conversation once and you were talking about this same thing. And I said, I was once that client. What was it?
Okay.
Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
was it not getting the stuff done on time?
I think it was not doing the amount that is needed or required inputting, but then expecting 1,000% outcome. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's what it was.
it's that person that says, I want sales. And then I say, okay, great. Meet me in the room. Let's get to work. And then they show up 40 minutes late, or they ain't gonna show up 40 minutes late because after 15 minutes, baby, we didn't cancel that consult. You're paying that cancellation fee. But just, they show up late and then they're half ready to work. They haven't done any research. They don't have an energy of like they're even trying. And then they leave the consult saying, I'm not getting what I want out of this. I haven't seen those sales. I'm not seeing the results.
What
And
have
I
you
have to
done to
stop
see the
them.
results?
You said what?
What have you done to see any results?
Exactly, exactly. It's you know what that is? The word for that? Instant gratification. And it's in every form of our life. But I think in business, it's a blind spot because it's something that a lot of people are new to if they're, tapping into their entrepreneurship journey. So that's not really a conversation that everyone has. But I have that like immediately now. Like the same way we talked about those boundaries and talking about, having that text conversation, I talk about when you show up to this meeting, be prepared that whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. And when you're wanting different results, you have to do different things. And if you're wanting a level of success and sales and growth and income, you're going to have to change your thought process. And if you want something different, you're going to have to trust someone else that has more experience in what it is that that you're doing. And you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone. You can't keep doing the things that I've told you shouldn't be doing to grow your business and then wonder why you're not seeing sales. You can't keep trying to fight the expertise or the insight that I'm giving you to provide you to help you be more successful and then wonder why everything's still the same. It's still the same because you're doing the same things. And yeah, that is a level of I guess, when we say toxicity, sometimes people think it's something evil or bad, but in all actuality, I think toxicity is just something that's not healthy. It's not healthy for you. And instant gratification is not healthy for you in any area, including business, because you're not even giving yourself a real fighting chance. You've taken away your chance before the mission has even started. So you're already telling yourself, I should have this and I should have that. But you haven't even done what people would do to get to that level, that amount of sales or that amount of clients.
Yeah.
So I do agree with you on that. That's a perfect example. Let's see other examples. Other examples. Ooh, ooh.
What is
um,
it?
um, I got two. Look, I'm trying to think how quickly do I want to be canceled? Because I'm eventually be canceled with somebody who listens to that. But listen, um, the first one is thinking that you are entitled to things that you have not paid for. That's the same similar thought process, the input output, but like people will think that they're entitled to all kinds of stuff that they have not even paid for. Like you have not even done the work, you haven't even done the basics, you haven't even filled out the application, but you feel that you are owed this. I have worked with people in the past where I've provided resources complimentary, $0 to them, and all that was asked was that they share a live or share the post with somebody else or leave a review about why they decided to join. Um, and I've had times where I've provided services and resources at $0 that would normally cost you. And these individuals have thought that they were supposed to get more. Like it's the entitlement. That is a very toxic thought process, in my opinion. I go into every room knowing that I'm gonna work hard for what I want. But if someone gives me something, I'm gonna be appreciative of it. But I'm not gonna expect it when I have not paid for it.
That makes sense.
So that's like you saying, "Hey, you want a free coaching session?" I say, "Yeah, sure, I'll take the session." And then I come back a couple weeks later and shoot you a text at 3 a.m. in the morning and say, "So what do I do when I'm experiencing these downfalls in dating?" Why
Go to
would you
my
think that?
website.
Not going to my website, amen. But why would you think that you are supposed to be getting the 3 a.m. sessions for free? I don't understand that. Why would you think that that just comes with this when you've already been gifted something that it was free to you, but someone else paid for that? So I think the thought process of thinking that we are entitled to things that we're not, it's toxic. It's not healthy for you because what you do is you start to normalize that behavior, and then you eventually either become that person who's giving people things that they're not entitled to, and now you're running yourself down into the ground because that is the behavior you have adapted, or you miss out on really great collaborations, clients, partnerships, effective ways to gain income and grow your business.
That makes
So,
sense. It
yeah,
does.
that's to me. I'm like, no, you're not. What? And then also people who think that for some reason everybody else, you're the only person in the world, and everybody else it doesn't matter. So screw the fact that probably like 20 people before you came and asked a question. We're going to answer yours first. What? That's crazy, baby. That's crazy. That's crazy work. Crazy work. Like I
I
have
have
people.
not had the privilege of getting there yet. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward.
It happens. I mean, and don't get me wrong, for anyone that's listening, I don't want you to think that, it's all negative and all stress, because I have some amazing, wonderful, supportive, beautiful, vibrant, hardworking, hardcore, I mean, just all around beast of clients. Okay. So, and I have the best of the best. I don't care what you say. Um, but I do know that when you are experiencing those wonderful relationships, you're bound to come across some that are just not all that. That's just a part of business. So will you experience this? Probably, yeah. But you shouldn't look at it as a sign to stop going or to change what you're doing or change your integrity. You should just look at it as a sign to keep going until you get to the clients and the people around you that really appreciate what it is that you're doing. But yeah, that's a level of entitlement. And then I've also had times where people thought that I was supposed to stop what I was doing in my personal life and assist them with business. Like I've had people send DMs to my personal DM message or DM box about business stuff after they've already been instructed to go to the website. Um, that's similar to a relationship, but because it is a relationship, but there's a level of toxicity to the behavior of when a person gives you a boundary or tells you what they are comfortable with, you try to push past it anyways. That's like a microaggression. And you have to really pay attention to yourself and make sure you're not doing that. For example, the person, and this has happened in real life. I had a time, I will not explain how the story ended on this live for legal purposes, but I did have a time when I was in school and an individual was sitting next to me and I said, hey, I said, I don't do this because my religion or my belief says you shouldn't do that. And they said, what, this? And then they did it. What I said I don't do. And I said, yeah, that, I don't do that. Please don't do it. This? Yeah, I said it already. Don't do it again. You're going to get one last warning. This is already more than enough. So people have a tendency when you tell them what you don't like or you draw a boundary, they want to push past that boundary. It's in romance too. You tell a person, hey, I don't take calls after 10 p.m. And guess what? You don't get a phone call after 10 p.m. You talked about this.
Yes, you
You get a phone call after 10 p.m. You tell a person or a professional, please fill out a form on the website and you will be assisted. They're going to go to that DM and say, I need you to tell me, da, 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 da. It's because there's an urge to want to push past the boundary that was set. And that comes from a need for validation because you want to feel special or different from everybody else because you don't already feel that on your own. Now, that's not everybody, but I just read somebody specific. And if that's you, I'm not shaming you. That is just a part of life for some people. For me personally, if you tell me, Baton, yeah, I'd love to help you. Just fill out a form on my website. If I want what I said I want from you, I'm going to your website. If you say to call this number, I'm calling the number for multiple reasons. Number one, instructions. Reading is fundamental. Number two, I would do it for any other business. Why wouldn't I do it for a small business that's working 10 times as hard to keep their brand open and to service you while also giving back to their community? Because that's what the average small business owner does. I don't know about whatever small businesses that some people shop at, but the ones that I shop at and the clients that I have, they work 10 times as hard as the average business to provide excellent service. They're always elevating and educating themselves, and they give back to their community. And they're not walking behind $1 million funding plan like some of these brands that barely give back to their communities. These are people who are enriched in their communities, always talking and preaching and trying to help somebody. So why would I not be able to follow the instructions like a regular customer service line that I would do for somebody who's a stranger, like Walmart? If Walmart say, go to this line to get a refund, you go into that line. You're not going to the produce line to say, refund me right now. They're not refunding you there. They're going to say the line's over there and you're going to walk your behind to that line.
And stand there.
And you're going to wait 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, however many minutes you got to wait. If it's a holiday, you're waiting all day to get that refund. And you're not going to go to the CEO of Walmart's DMs and send him a message and say, hey, I'm in your line right now. Can you please hurry? Matter of fact, process it right now for me. You're not going to do that because you understand that this is a business. But sometimes people want to get that special treatment, and nobody gets that. Like, at least not over here. All of my clients are valued and appreciated. I appreciate and love and value every single one of them. And for that reason, I have a system in place so that they can all be assisted properly, and whatever it is they're needing, it can get done. Because if you're relying on Katan's brain alone to remember all of those notifications and inquiries and requests and collabs and stuff, Katan's DMs, that's where you want to go to get help? No, you don't. I don't even be in there myself for personal stuff. I don't even be in the DMs. Why would you go there? Go to the business. Go where you paid for the service or where you were looking at the service. So that is a toxic behavior. And I've had times where I've told a professional, text me here, text me here, text me here. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, same message. Text me here. Still sending me personal messages. Still sending me questions about business on my personal profile or on my personal update. Now, if you don't mind getting business questions on your DMs, then cool. By all means. Things could change. Hey, maybe I won't feel like this later. But right now, I have an organized system and I stick to that system because that's how I'm able to make sure that everybody gets assisted and I'm able to communicate with my entire team and with anybody that I'm collaborating with. So I said that 2 to 3 times with a couple of professionals. And eventually, I stopped getting mad at them because I was like, girl, why do you keep opening the message? That's why they keep sending it. You keep opening it. Duh.
Because you let the bound. You now have opened the gate and
Duh.
let the boundary down. Yeah. Thank we talked about
Duh.
this last night.
Just talked about this.
Yeah.
Duh. That's why they keep sending it, because I keep opening it and then I'm answering the questions like a dodo bird. Oh yeah, what you're gonna do is hold on, give me
You
one
set the
second.
boundary to the side.
Hold on, give me one second. Let me just get up off the toilet and go look up your consultation time so I can tell you what time I'm gonna meet you. That's insane. That is insane. And it
It
doesn't
is.
work.
I gotta say it because it is. Because there's a calendar on everyone's phone. There's mine remind me 30 minutes ahead. This is coming. You,
I'm
you,
telling you. I just
and I
got done
think
I just got done talking about that.
you
Like
send reminders or your system sends the reminder
yes,
automatically
my
an
assistant,
hour ahead.
my assistant, my system, sometimes even myself, depending on what kind of thing or project it is that we're doing, you are getting notifications.
Yep. Yep. I'm a witness. Yep.
so so you're getting the notifications, you know where to go. And I try to make sure that for everyone who comes to my network, whether you are coming for a meeting with a membership specialist, whether you're sending a message on the text assistance line, whether you're going to the portal, that everyone on our team make sure to send you back to home, which is the resource page where you can get free resources, or the contact or text assistance line. So that is like protocol. Like that's always been a protocol. So I know you get it. I know you see it, but you're just choosing not to look at it because you feel like, I don't feel like it. I'll just send you a message in the DM, even though you said that you don't do that. And I'm over here answering it like a bozo. So eventually I just said, well, duh, that's why they're sending it, because you keep answering it and you keep doing it. So why are you upset? You can't even be mad.
You
What are you
can't.
mad?
You can't.
What are you
People
mad
gonna
about?
do what you allow them to do.
Exactly.
That's in every
And
relationship.
from
Yep.
that point on, I said, okay, well, no more messages. I would love to have a personal relationship where I can say, hey, happy holidays, or hey, just send you a little message here and there to make you laugh. But I can't, because I see that every time I open this message, you're trying to message me about business, and I am not in a business setting, and I don't walk around with my business on my back. I don't. I might have on a logo tee that says Boss Babe Blog. I might have, a little text assistance number hanging on the back or something, but I don't walk around with my scheduler on my back. So when you send me a message talking about what time is the meeting at and what do I need to wear and when do I am at the club. I am living my life. Wherever I am, I'm not on that calendar, I can promise you. So you need to go to it yourself. That's why it was sent to you. So I'm not going to enable laziness because of comfort in the relationship that we've created, or because I care about you. You just got to go do that for yourself like you would do anywhere else. You work at a job, you would go do it at a job. You go into Walmart or wherever to get stuff, you're going to read the return policy. You go to invest at an event that you're excited to attend, you're going to check your email notifications, and then you're going to text that website if you have questions. You're not going to the DMs of the founder or whoever to request that you be assisted and forget everybody else. We're not doing that. It's unhealthy. And I do feel that's a toxic trait. Because when someone tell me, go to my website, I go to the website, Tiffany. First off, nobody has to tell me that. Let's start there. I've never had someone have to say, Katan, I'd love to discuss this with you. Can you just go fill out a link or a form? You know why? Because when people tell me where their website is, that's where I fill out the form. That's where I leave the communication. When they send me their business numbers or their whatever numbers that they have for communication, that's where the communication goes. It doesn't go to their personal DMs. Maybe at one point when I first started and I was really, new to my systems that I was creating, but then I realized the importance for having a work-life balance and respecting people's boundaries. So although I may want to talk about my business, I'm not going to your DMs to talk about my business. I have a website, and that's where you go.
That's where I got it from. I've been hearing you say, go to the website.
Yeah,
So I've
no.
been practicing.
And it's for me too,
I've been
Tiffany.
practicing. Just go to my website, fill it out.
Yeah. And it's for me too, though, because sometimes we are humans. We are not AI. I'm not AI. I'm not a robot. And there are days when I'm going through things in my personal life. I am not in a mental state to be giving you business advice.
No.
Everybody goes through stuff. I had a time when I had got some really bad news and I was feeling extremely emotional. And I had a person send a text message talking about some Can you show me how to get into, I'll tell you that was the last time I ever gave that number up. But can you show me how to get to the portal? And what do I do for this? And what would you recommend for, girl? First off, it's 9 o'clock at night. That's where you already messed up. We've been messed up. Secondly, this is not the number that I gave you for business inquiries. I gave you a number. Whatever number I gave you when I filled out that form, that contact information, that's the number that I need this information to go to. Any number outside that number, it should just be imaginary to you when it comes to business and conducting. Because I'm sitting over here dealing with some real life stuff, and you send me a text at some 9 o'clock at night talking about how does this portal work and what should I do for my business. Girl, I've even told you quit the business at this state of mind. So that's why you need to go to the website. That's why you need to go to the website and you need to go and book so that I can mentally prepare as the human that I am and say, hey, she wants to talk about business. She wants me to help her with this. I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to sit down. Let me think about what I want to talk about with her today. Let me go into this with the best energy possible. That's why I have this set up the way that I do. It's very important. And Tiffany, I done that before. Like, I had someone who was like, I don't know. What you think? I said, quit it. Let it go. Move on. And they were shocked. Heck, I was shocked for a second, but then I didn't care enough because you asking me these questions and I'm mentally not even thinking about this business. I'm thinking about my life. I'm thinking about other things. There's more to life than just working nonstop. Although what I do, it's a ministry for me. It's not a regular job, nowhere close to it. And I love what I do. With every breath that I take, I love what I do. In the same breath, I can't be the best version of myself if I do not have a balance in my life and in my business.
Work life. You just talked about work-life balance.
Exactly. And too much of anything is not a good thing. Too much water is not a good thing. Too much candy is not a good thing. There's so many things that if you have too much of it, it is not good for you. And even though I love what I do, too much business conversation, like consults and stuff like that, that's not a good thing. I need moments to breathe. I need moments to sit. I need moments to reflect. I need moments to chill. I need moments to laugh. I need moments to stare at the wall. I just need moments to decompress. And you're coming to me during a decompression hour, asking me to do work. That's what you essentially do when you start instructing people to start doing work for you and asking, of course, and all that stuff. Ask them, when are they available to sit down and discuss business with you? And where do you need to go to fill out that link? Having that respect for people's boundaries and their time and their schedules makes them respect you that much more. I promise you, because for me, because of how much I make sure I have a balance with my clients, if I called them for an emergency or something, I would say probably about 99.9% of people would pick up. And even the 1% is going to call back. And the reason why is because I'm not hounding the hell out of them in 3 a.m. in the morning. Did you get this project complete? In the DMs, did you do it? Did it? No. Contact, phone, email, website, wherever it is. Whatever you provide, that's where you're getting communication. And that's the only place. We're not doing that. I'm not knocking on my client's window. Did you finish what you were supposed to be doing? I'm not doing that. Now, I might make a reel or two and be funny, but in all actuality, no. Everybody needs space to be the best version of themselves. And we all need space sometimes to just appreciate each other. So that's my thought process on that, because that's toxic in my opinion. I told you to go to the website and you talking about some, yeah. So explain to me how you know. Are you listening?
The site explains it all.
Are you
about listening? Us? Click it.
Yeah. Click it. And then that's another thing. As entrepreneurs, you can challenge yourself. Ask what the FAQs are. Create an FAQ page. Ask what, common questions are and try to have that incorporated into your website. Those are things that we can work on our end. But at the end of the day, you need to always have a contact form where people can fill out questions and answers. And that's where they need to go to fill it out to stay organized. It's not about being mean. It's not about trying to be funny. It's about creating boundaries so you can perform at your best ability. I am not a robot. I am not a calendar. And I am definitely not a secretary. I've been one, but I'm not. So for that reason, gotta go to that website. Yeah. Let me see. Charlie had something. She said, We are thinning our, oh, okay. Thanks for letting us know. If you want to drop some links, feel free to, Charlie. She said, so we can told, she said, so we told our employee we can have the furniture. They can have the furniture to sell and keep all the money. They've had the furniture since August 2nd and haven't posted all of the furniture. Dang.
Huh?
So I told my business partner I'm going to post and keep the money. Yep, Charlie does not play. We know Charlie.
She on one.
She on,
She's on one.
she
Sometimes you have to go on one. Hey,
you do.
that's how
Because
you
if you don't,
process.
what did we just talk about? What you allow people to do is what they do.
What you allow.
So
What you
we
allow.
can't,
Exactly what they're gonna do to you.
exactly.
Yes.
So you can't be mad at them if you're allowed. If you're saying, yeah, sure, do this. You really can't be upset with them because you set the tone and you created the behavior. So I did want to just briefly roll through a couple of other celebrations that we had going on today. So Battle of the Brands. Shout out to Nicole, founder of LicoleSmith.com, AL Publishing and Consulting. She was the thing that I was telling everybody about earlier, that referral program. If y'all go through her, tell her I sent you. Now for Battle of the Brands, let's talk about it. What's the update? What's the status? Is it still a tie?
It's still a tie. However, since I am here and I have a little talk time here, if you have
We
a
will always
business,
take that
or if
opportunity.
you're thinking about starting a business, or you got your business going and you're thinking about going on to stages, being a motivational speaker, maybe you want to write that book. Nicole Smith is who you want to get with. I don't have the link with me.
Oh, I can let me see if I can pull it up for you.
If
Hold
you
on.
sign up for either of these services, whether it be if she just wanted the book one, but I know she has the motivational speaker one, which I'm
She
very
does.
interested in.
Yeah. So if she does want the book one, but if you get anyone to sign up for a service on her website and
Okay.
they verify that you were the one that referred them, then that will count. So but I'm still going to drop the link to the future author consultation for anyone that wants to join and take advantage of that.
And y'all, I would really recommend, if especially if this is your first book and you want some tips, and some help along so you can get it done. I would recommend going through and doing that. I'm gonna also participate. I've published the book. However, I feel like, and I love my book, and I think I did great, and I know I did. But I feel like if I had had that extra help, especially with the publishing, I went through Amazon, because on Amazon. But I think she does the publishing, right? She helps with
She does the
publishing.
publishing, and she can
Yeah.
help you with getting it on Amazon too, as well as printing it physically if you don't want to go through Amazon.
I would recommend. It's not easy. You can't just, oh, I'm writing it. I mean, it's not easy at all to do. And if you want some professional guidance, talk to Nicole Smith. If you sign up for any services, because we are in a battle, please let her know that Tiffany sent you.
She said this is war. So please let them know.
Hey, Nicole.
Oh my God. Listen, I'm so excited about this. All I can say is whoever wins this next Battle of the Brands, be ready for an awesome September, because you're either going against me or you're going against a new member. Most likely it'll be me. So whoever the winner is, we're going head to head. And I'm letting you know right now, I am competitive. So this is going to be great because we're going to be bringing traffic to each other's websites. I'm about to be on these corners peddling these QR codes like I'm selling chocolate bars in the summertime. So just be ready. But I do want to say shout out to Nicole, and also guys, don't forget to let them know who referred you if you sign up with her. Battle of the Brands is going on. By the end of the month, we will find out who the winner is. So I hope that we get to find out who's taking that W. I want a W. I'm not trying to do no ties. I want no ties. Okay, so let's move into the step 4 collaboration, and then briefly just go into the tea time. And actually, I'm sorry. Before we do that, because you have so many collaborations, Tiffany. First off, how you holding up? How you holding up with all these
I'm
collaborations?
doing good. I'm actually very honored to be a part of the collaborations. I mean, you.
I'm happy to
I
have you.
think everyone has great minds. When you put two great minds together, my God,
Yeah, I agree.
it's
Um,
wonderful.
you definitely, this was such a great idea. We got off the live. We had so much great feedback from everybody watching. And she's like, you know what? I think we should do this. Like, we should have a segment. Let's have a segment and let's talk about relationships and let's let people ask us questions because they love asking questions and they were really asking away. So now we have
Yes.
nighttime tea with Katan and Tiffany. Ask anything at night because the tea is always right. So you can
Right
join us
temperature.
on the first. She said the right
This
temperature.
it's gonna be so much fun.
It is. And it's at 10 p.m. It's late night. The filter has gone down. I finished working and it's right after our book club. So we already gonna be, just feeling a little silly and loose. And actually this might have to be the first book that we talk about for the upcoming one, just briefly. But
Okay.
yeah, for the romance. But yeah,
If
so
y'all
I'm
get
really excited.
online and I got a bonnet on, mind
Oh
your
yeah, I'm
business.
gonna have mine too. And I have tea mugs. Tea time. Tea time.
I love that.
Thank you. And you'll definitely have yours too. So we'll have some mugs and you guys can go get your mugs. And I got this pretty hot pink color. I just thought that was so pretty. Like, look at that color,
It is pretty. Where
right?
is it? On the site?
BossBabeBlog.com.
Okay.
I'm dropping the link. And everybody, if you are watching the replay and you see these and you love the merch, go and check it out. We have a backpack, we have the notebook, but now we have these mugs for tea time. Um, one mug, it is on sale right now for $18. You can use Afterpay if you like to. But the funds for this mug are really going towards just continuing to elevate our service and shopping with businesses in our directory.
Those
So I'm
are
just gonna say,
cute.
aren't they?
Yes.
And this, I
So
designed
pink is
it
my favorite
myself.
color.
Really? Oh, you know what?
Pink
That
is
makes
my
so much
favorite color.
sense.
Yes.
Get your tea time mug. Thank you. I actually designed these myself. So, just putting that out there. If anybody needs some help with that, just know that we do provide those services, flyers, graphic design, website design. That's my thing. But I do enjoy making items. And funny enough, I don't think I ever said this to anybody, or maybe I have. But when I was younger, I used to draw pictures of dresses and pictures of different things that I wanted to sell as a designer. And so now I have my apparel boutique. But when I get to design items and stuff like that, playfulness, that child in me comes out. So I had fun making them. Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. So yeah, let me just show that off again one more time. One time for the one time. Oh, they're so pretty. So yeah, get y'all's tea time mugs, and I actually, I got to give them the direct link to the blog because I recommended two different teas from businesses that are in our directory. I forgot to mention that. Um, the first business is Complete Scale Change with MJ, and that is MJ's wellness brand where you can get dietary supplements, teas, things like that. It's a health brand. And then the other one is Lady D's Treats. She actually is an affiliate to a coffee and tea shop, and she makes home baked goods that are just delicious. Those cookies are everything. So she is actually selling teas, snacks, and things through her affiliate brand right now. So I'm dropping the link. Join us for tea time. And you can see all the information. The watermelon tea is the one that I was recommending from MJ's because it's instant tea. It comes in a pack, and I think it has like some kind of dietary benefits like detoxing and cleansing. And then the other tea from Lady D's, you want to do one of the fruity ones, like Very Berry or something like that, because I tried it and it was bomb, bomb. And you can drink your tea cold or warm. So now I got tea recommendations. I have a mug recommendation. And then I have the link on where you can come join us. Yay! I'm so excited about that.
I'm very excited.
We're going to have a good time. Okay, so tea time is out of the way. The next collaboration that you had was the for Step for Change. Talk to me about that. How's that going? And, have you had some great experiences so far with it?
I have. I've had some people sign up. We've done some wonderful sessions. Step 4 change. So FOUR. Step 4, you've got myself. I will be step number 1. We
Hmm.
would go through a coaching session. It was at 30 minutes. If you only have 30 minutes, I'm willing to do the 30, but I have extended it to 1 hour because I realize that it takes a little more time.
We want to
Um,
dig through.
yep.
Mhm.
And then you would go to, I believe, Nicole,
Me,
right? No, you.
me next.
Then you would go to Catan. That's the second step. Well, she's the second step. There you will be showing the app or whatever you're going to be
Yes,
keeping your steps with. She is the step coach. And then
yes.
you have Nicole. Hey, Nicole. Um, you go to her, you book for style. I believe, and this is great because you get guidance on your next steps or get guidance on choosing yourself with me.
Hmm.
Then that's emotional or mental. Emotional
Yeah.
because you're figuring out your goals. How do I get to where I want to go? You're getting the physical aspect because we're going to change our physical bodies as well. So I plan to be fine by the end of September.
Amen.
There's where Catan. And
You
if you've
saw that leg
changed,
day, right? You saw
yes,
that.
I
You know I'm
did.
never gonna let that leg day photo go. Cause I've been talking about that leg day photo all week. Saw that leg day, and it's only been a couple of days. I'm on it. I'm on these 12,000 steps. Y'all ain't got to do 12,000, but I'm gonna do mine.
And then you have Miss Nicole. If you are changing and elevating mentally or emotionally, and you change some physical, you got to change your style, right? That's where Miss Nicole comes in at JC Fines.
Yes,
With her,
JC
yep,
Fashion Finds
yep,
boutique.
yep.
And she has a online booking place where she can go. You can go and book just like you would do with Tiffany's.
And then you'll be talking to Mr. Deron.
Devron. Hmm.
And he is all about the mental aspect. He gives us our topic of the month,
Hmm.
and it'll be from a mental aspect. So if you are looking to change or begin the change of your entire of every aspect, join us
Okay,
and let's do.
please do. Great breakdown, Tiffany, and I'm really excited about it. I'm glad to be the walking coach. I am here to say that this is a walking, not a talking challenge. I repeat, a walking, not a talking challenge. So if you join that group, before we start talking, I'm gonna need you to start walking. I need you to complete step 1, and I need you to start on step 2. 4 simple steps dedicated to elevating your mental, your physical, your emotional, and supporting your spiritual. Because we all have different journeys that we're walking on right now. We're just trying to elevate together. So, shout
And
out to you. Yeah. I appreciate you for joining us on this. I'm really excited about it, and I'm glad we were able to deliver those services. So, thank you for sponsoring. And the next thing is okay, two last things, and then I think we can pretty much wrap up, conclude the evening. So the first thing is we have a contest going on right now. When we reach 500 YouTube subscribers, one person will be winning a free one-page website. If you already have a website that I have designed for you, I'm willing to add an extra page to your website or provide a level of like a revamp. Um, but that's only if you have already, like, if you purchased a website through me, then you could get that. If you did not purchase the website through me, I don't do work on other designers' websites. So you could get a brand new one. But if you already have a website and you don't need one, the other option is you can have some business cards designed and printed and shipped to you. So keep that in mind. All right. Next, we're moving to your services. So you gave us your mission of the night. We talked a little bit about work, toxicity. I mean, we went all around because, tea time. Um, but I wanted to end by asking you what services you wanted to talk about this evening.
Okay, so of course, well, everyone may not know I do have the free session going on right now for up to 20 people. Um, it's also a part of the challenge, so when it's gone, it's gone. However, I am having a grand opening, and with the grand opening, you can do, well, one session is 50. These are hour-long sessions, but you can get two for 80, so double, or you can do a triple at 90. It is on the website as of now. It is the grand opening, and that is it won't be there for too long either. So get them while you can. Also,
Radiantcrown.com.
radiantlycrown.com. Also, I will be hosting a masterclass October the 4th, I believe.
Okay.
Um, it's
I think it's
$10.
October 10th, right?
10? 10
I think.
10. Sure is.
Okay,
Excuse me,
okay.
y'all. 10 10. $10 on 10 10. We're gonna have some really good lessons in there, some stuff to take back with you and apply to help elevate. Um, if you book a session with me, I'll be offering it as well. But yeah, it's on the site as well. You don't have to book a session with me in order to get in to be a part of that if you would like.
Okay, okay. Um, I want to say thank you so much because those are some really awesome services. And then the package is awesome. So a person can get 3 consultations with you, 3 life coaching sessions for $30 each, which means they would pay $90, or they can get two, and that would be $40 each. So they pay $80, or they
Yes.
can purchase one at $50. So the no brainer for me would be the $90 one because you have, multiple sessions you can purchase. But then also, you mentioned that this is your grand opening promo. So you're not going to have this all the time. It's limited to offer only or limited time only. But to celebrate your grand opening, you will be providing these consults or these life coaching sessions at this price.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is there anything, any last message that you wanted to leave with the audience this evening?
I would just say don't get wrapped up in potential. If you know that you're growing and you know that it's time to leave, if it no longer serves you, move on. It's gonna be hard, and it's gonna be hard. It's not easy. Find a way to get that closure and allow yourself to elevate even further.
Good. That was wonderful. Um, Thank you very much. And thank you, Charlie, for your feedback. Truly appreciate you. Shout out to everyone in the comments. I appreciate everyone that watched. Even if you didn't comment, we appreciate you for joining, popping in, popping out. You can heart this live, you can subscribe, and you can also put hashtag replay if you're watching the replay of this live. Um, and thank you, Charlie Shops. Thank you, Kanitra, founder of Bougie Steps. Here is a quick little preview of Kanitra's business. She's also a verified member of our directory. To all of our directory members, when you watch, don't forget to let me know you're here so I can shout you out too. Let me find it. Kanitra has a promo right now. You get 2 free anklets for all orders that are $65 or more on her website. So you can shop with her and experience that. And then for Charlie, her information is 757-842-0556 if you're wanting to get a custom gift basket from her. Those are the promos, the businesses we have. Everybody knows about the signature opportunities. These are ending on August. So if you have not claimed it or inquired about it, make sure you text us at 833-705-4352. And just to end on events, we have a couple events coming up for the directory. The first one is the in-person directory member meetup at 1 p.m. August 22nd, McKinney, Texas. The next one is the online directory member meetup, August 22nd, 4 p.m. online. The next one is the in-person content creation bootcamp, in person, August 22nd, McKinney, Texas. The next one is free business consultations, August 22nd, McKinney, Texas. And then the next one is free entrepreneur interviews, up to 50 entrepreneurs, September 6th at Plano, Texas. So those are our upcoming events. If you would like to be a part of them or just learn about anything else we have going on, make sure you do that. If you are a member of the directory and you have not booked the Small Business Selling Expo, text 833-705-4352 saying that you want to be a part of the expo. All directory members get at least 3 expos complimentary to come sell their products live on a Saturday. We always get sales, growth, leads, some kind of exposure to your business through the expos. The next thing that we have is the small business meetup, but we just talked about that, the member meetup. So I'll see you guys there. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you for watching Boss Babe Blog at Boss Babe Business Show and Tiffany, founder of radiantlycrowned.com. And on that note, we will see you next time. If you need help or want to be a part of our directory so you can elevate your brand, head on over to bossbabeblog.com. Thank you.
Good night,
Bye.
y'all.